What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, D&O commentary. Alright, so we have GC5D's 1408 versus Matt the Wild 939. I think we could be seeing a Lightsworn mirror match. Alright, so Kariba Bandit comes down. He can take MST or Needlebug's Nest. If he takes Needlebug's Nest, it's going to be a while before he can actually use it. And I don't think he actually milled anything good there. So he's going to take MST because obviously it's just the live card, especially, you know, if your opponent has more cards than you already. I don't think it's really going to be that live in this matchup, though, but we'll see. Okay, so Matt the Wild starts off with Upstart Goblin. Just as I was going to say, that probably eliminates Lightsworn because I don't know if they play that card. It immediately does not eliminate them. So he has Charger Light Brigade, Lumina, because you already dumped Garoth, so it's like Lumina Garoth can go pluses for days. And you have more cards than your opponent, so it's like there's no risk, really. And I expect Lumina to come down and tag in her buddy Garoth, because that just, whoa, he's looking at his extra deck. Maybe he could be thinking about Raiden, like a Lumina Raiden play to, you know, potentially get like, I mean, what would you get from there? You get Michael, I guess. Okay, so he does go Lumina Raiden. I think maybe he just wants to get his mill on. Okay, so he mills a Needlebug's Nest and a Diablo's. Neither players really got great mills so far. The one thing that you do know about this matchup so far is, okay, so Matt the Wild, oh, he has Soul Charge. Okay, that's why that makes sense. Because I'm like, why would you do that if you weren't really gonna? I mean, yeah, it didn't make any sense. All right, so he's paying 4K. He gets himself. Jeez, all his. By the way, if he hits any Judgment Dragons, they're already live. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 names on board. So if any of those names go to the graveyard, he's already locked and loaded. So he's going to give up his draw power for. He might go Rhapsody. Yeah, I was thinking maybe Rhapsody. You can banish a couple of names from your opponent's graveyard, make sure that they can pretty much never summon their Judgment Dragon. Okay, so he takes Minerva. He takes out Lumina. No, wait, I think that was that. I think that might have been Raiden and Lumina. All right, looks like he's going to activate Lumina once again. Okay, so he gets rid of Tempest for another Raiden. Is Raiden going to mill? He's looking. No, he's looking at his extra deck. Now I got to read Rhapsody. I don't know if it can only go on XC monsters. Let's see. You can target one XC. Yeah, okay, there we go. First line. Capital G, don't read cards because reading cards is overrated. Oh, Wolf, he milled it, but he can't actually use it. Alright, he gets a draw from Garoth. He mills some more. And that about ends his turn. Oh, wait, no it doesn't. My bad, I forgot about Raiden. Wait, is it Raiden that he's milling for, or is it this guy? Okay, my bad. Yeah, it was what's it called? It was Michael. Okay, so he should banish something for his Wyvern, right? Yeah, okay. Oh, he doesn't have any targets. I'd make my opponent show me his deck, just so I know if you have your JDs in hand. And this is gonna be interesting to see if 5Ds can counter this, because again, this Mystical Space Typhoon, let's just say it's this card right here, it's no good. So he technically only has 5 cards. He'll never use that MST this game. And if he would have got Needlebug's Nest, that wouldn't have done anything either. Now, the funny thing is, I don't think I saw any attack negation in Matt the Wild's graveyard. So it's not like he milled a bunch of Necro Gardeners or even, like, you know, the little Rainbow Karibo guy. So maybe there's a Judgment Dragon in his hand. And it looks like we're just going to have a Soul Charge war, because 5Ds is playing his own Soul Charge. He gets double Raiden. I think he might go more than that. Nope. Okay, Exits on Night, go. He mills Light Ray Diablos, and I believe that, I couldn't tell if that was Soul Charge or Solar Recharge. It's crazy how those cards sound like so similar. Soul Charge, Solar Recharge. That was one Raiden. I wonder if he's, no, wait. Let's count them up right quick, actually. 3, 8, 1, 6. Okay, yeah, so, yeah, he could go Exiton if he chose to. Exiton would be a good play. You just nuke the entire fucking field and Well, I mean, he can't attack, so there's that. Oh, no, yeah. I know this video's going up. I want to know what he's going to do. Exoton seems like the clear play here. Because that seems to be the only... Oh, there, he wants to use Equipped Wyvern with it. I guess that makes a lot more sense. Because if not, he's going to spend all fucking day trying to clear that board. The problem is, he can't do any damage this turn. Alright, so he is going to play Exoton Knight in attack mode. He's going to activate the effect. Nuke City. Now, Matt the Wild seems to be a little distraught. I mean, did he expect for Exoton Knight not to happen when he soul charged? Like, I was thinking maybe he had like a Veiler or something. Like, did you really expect him not to make Exoton Knight even before the Equipped Wyvern? Alright, so he activates Michael's effect, tagging some monsters back into the deck. He gains 600. He sets MST as a bluff. Now, Matt the Wild, if he has Judgment Dragon, I mean, this could be lights out because he has Tempest in his graveyard. I think he might have multiple Judgment Dragons, honestly. I think it's just going to be who wants to summon Judgment Dragon first. Clearly, they both have access to Judgment Dragon. I mean, Judgment Dragon can just hit the field, nuke City, and then, you know, summon Tempest, summon another Judgment Dragon. That's 6k with double Judgment Dragon, 8400 with Tempest. As long as 5Ds doesn't have like Rainbow Karibo, you know what I mean? If he has Rainbow Karibo or Gores, obviously things change. And then he might be in the driver's seat to win the duel. Now he's looking at his opponent's graveyard. I'm guessing to see if he has any Necro Gardeners. I think Necro Gardener is such a good card in Lightsworn. I mean, it's just so... It just stops attack. Mainly just because it stops direct attacks. You know, you don't really care if your monsters die. Alright, so he plays 7 swords. Gets rid of Blaster to get 2 draws. Plays Upstart Goblin. It doesn't really matter if his opponent has 8,000 life points. He knows he can from there. He draws 2. Discards 2. Honest and Lila. I don't think either card was that important, to be honest. How did Card Trooper just hit the graveyard? I'm not sure. I thought that Honest and Lila were milled for Solar Recharge's effect. I'm not sure how Card Trooper got there. I mean, at this point, it really comes down to do you have Judgment Dragon? And do you have multiple Judgment Dragons? I mean, that's the only way. Because if not, you know, Matt the Wild might deck out. Oh, Lord. He goes for Lumina? I'm not sure what Lumina really does here. Unless he just believes that... If he believes that his opponent's back row is MST, he obviously can just go, oh man, I really think he does not have a Judgment Dragon. Maybe he milled them all. I mean, he milled so many cards on his first turn, he might have milled all his Judgment Dragons. Because obviously he can make Michael, which I believe they run 2 of, because Lumina and Raiden is so easy to do. Okay, Redox. Redox for Lila? Dude, that's an MST. I don't understand why you didn't just ignore it. he gets Lila, which, again, we knew that was an MST. So, I would not have made Lila. I didn't really see a point in it. And when you summon this Dragon Ruler, you technically have more cards than your opponent now, so he can use Exoton Knight. Which means you have to find a way to clear the board. Or you have to find a way to get rid of E-Knight without triggering it. He goes into Levier. And what's he going to get? Okay, he gets Equipped Wyvern. Uh-oh. Things might get dangerous. He's going to Exceed. I wonder, he can go 101. Okay, so he goes Digusto Emerald. Detaching Equipped Wyvern. To put JD back in the deck. Oh, he puts all 3 of his JDs in the deck. That's what he wanted to do. So that he can draw. And now he can trigger Equipped Wyvern. Nice. All three of his JDs were gone. That's why. That was actually a really nice play. Now he's going to summon Redox, right? Yep. Here comes Redox. And JD hits the hand. He may have drawn another JD too. Now, he could make, obviously, Dracosack. He can make Dracosack and just pop. Or he can make Big Eye and take it. But no, because then Big Eye couldn't attack. Alright, here comes the big guy. He drew a Judgment Dragon. Well, no, not necessarily. He did add one to his hand just now. Alright, so there goes Big Eye. Oh, never mind. Double Judgment Dragon. Whoa! He's going to exceed using 2 Judgment Dragons for what? For Felgrand? Oh, okay, now he's going to take it. Alright, Matt the Wild gets game 1. Judgment Dragon exceeding. I think he actually did less damage. Like, I don't understand why he wouldn't just use Dracosack, pop it, and then just summon both Judgment Dragons and attack. Like, you do more damage that way, right? I think he ended up doing less damage because he consolidated 6,000 damage into 2,800 damage. I don't know. And then even it's like if you were gonna make Felgrand, why even use Big Eye's effect anyway? I mean, that way Big Eye could still attack. I don't know. You know, so it's whatever. Matt the Wild got game 1 in glorious fashion. You know, Judgment Dragon into Felgrand. That's the first time that I've ever seen that play actually happen. I mean, it's one of those plays where, like, you know it's possible, but you don't actually believe it until you actually see it. Alright. And looks like Matt the Wild's going to be going second once again. I don't think the player who goes second, like, suffers that much in this matchup. Because I feel like if you're maining MSTs and Honest, like, Lightsworn can fight against Lightsworn so easily because you know that whatever you pretty much just summon, like, going second, there's not going to be much opposition. So he opens up with Charge. Okay, so he sees Jane, Card Trooper, and Light Ray Diablos at the graveyard, which means Lumina is instantly live because that can get Jane. Like, I guess the only thing... Okay, so he gets Minerva, which probably means he's going to trade her for a Solar. Yep, that's what he's going to do. So he draws 2, mills 3. 1, 2, 3. Lumina again, still highly live. Another Solar Recharge on Lumina. Oh, man, that's kind of hard to tag out Lumina. 1, 2. Okay, but you know what? If you get... Oh, Fiend Comedian! Uh-oh. It's gambling time, baby. It's time to gamble. He's calling Tails. Oh, he doesn't have a graveyard. And it's Heads. Oh. Wait a minute. Doesn't he mill 14? Oh, my God. He mills 14 cards. Wow. Fuck Needlebug's Nest. What is that? I get to mill 14 cards, son. I like that because it's pretty much a win-win for the Lightsworn player. Necro Gardener, Redox. What else? That's 7. Kari Bandit, Maxi, Black Dragon, Lumina. Man, he went hard in the side deck. Really hard in the side deck. Unfortunately, he didn't mill anything that was that useful outside of the one Necro Gardener. Alright, so Matt the Wild banishes a Light Ray Diablos. Now, Matt the Wild, unfortunately, I mean, he's at such advantage right now. He activates another Fiend Comedian. And he calls Tails. And it's Heads. He's going to mill another 14 cards. He hits his own Eclipse Wyvern. 3 Eclipse Wyverns. Oh, shit. Holy shit. That means he's going to be able to get both of his Judgment Dragons that are still left in his deck. I mean, we could be looking at it's clobbering time. Alright. This is crazy. Double Fiend Comedian. And he's using the different arts. Alright, so maybe he has a JD in his hand or something like that. He gets rid of Light Ray Diablos and Judgment Dragon. My thing is, does he have a way to actually trigger those damn things? He doesn't have a target, obviously. Otherwise, he would have used this. Oh, okay. He milled a Minerva. He has to mill one more. It's a Lila. My question is, how is he going to get to his Judgment Dragon and his Light Ray Diablos? This is one of those games that's going to be super interesting. Now, again, I don't see any way of him getting OTK'd because he's at 9,000 life points, and I mean, he has what's it called? He has Necro Gardener there too. So, I mean, that's just not going to happen. You're not going to OTK somebody with Necro Gardener and they're at 9,000 life points. Like, if you do that shit, oh my god, like, you're a fucking bug. You deserve to be king of games if you do that, for realsies. Alright, play goes back to Matt the Wild after complete fiendish Fiend comedian shenanigans. This is part of the reason why I love doing DN commentaries, is sometimes you just see the wildest shit, you know what I mean? Alright, Matt the Wild, what are you going to do to try and take advantage of your opponent? I don't think Matt the Wild can commit that much to the board, because there's a high probability that his opponent can summon Judgment Dragon next turn and just nuke everything that he puts on board. And I don't know if I'd recommend using Soul Charge either, because you've milled so many cards. I mean, you might end up trying to deck yourself out, so I don't think that would be a good option either. Now, for Matt the Wild to be calling his opponent really bad, he does not seem to have a play right now, despite having 6 cards and a Quips Wyvern in the graveyard and a Light Ray Diablo sitting there that, I mean, you should be able to summon at any point. I mean, he has to have some live Dragon Rulers, all these fucking cards that he has. And if I was 5DS's, I would be like, you need to make a play now. Okay, so he activates Upstart Goblin, putting 5DS at 10,000 life points. So again, 5DS is guaranteed. He's guaranteed to see next turn, but he's probably guaranteed to see another turn after that. 10,000 life points plus Necro Gardener? It's kind of hard to get around all that. Okay, so he summons Judgment Dragon. Clearly, Matt the Wild has no fear. And he normal summons Quips Wyvern. He blows it up so that he can trigger the effect, getting another Judgment Dragon. Okay, he's going to banish both Quips Wyverns for Redox. That means he gets Light Ray Diablos and JD. Okay. No, wait. He's not going to be able to do 10,000 damage this turn. It's not possible. Alright, so he attacks for 28. And I think maybe he's trying to go for like a Felgrand play or something like that. Like Felgrand, because Light Ray Diablos, I think it's 7 stars. So I think he's probably going to go for like a Dracosac, plus Felgrand play. Alright, so he's going to remove Necro Gardener, so he doesn't have to eat one of those attacks. And both JDs are going to CN2. Divine Dragon Knight Felgrand. Redox and Light Ray Diablos are going to CN2. Mecha Phantom Beast Dracosac. And I guess he's going to activate and get the tokens or whatever. That would be my guess. Yep, he gets his 2 tokens. The funny thing is, he actually could have done 10,000 damage had he not had that Necro Gardener. That's the crazy thing, right? Okay, so GC 5Ds. He gets to see next turn, and it looks like he need every one of those life points to get through that turn. Man, but after milling 28 cards in one turn, you'd think that he'd have a really good play here. And let's see where or what that play is. You know, I'd consider playing Dark Hole in the Lightsworn mirror match. You know, because people, they make really big fields, especially with Soul Charge and stuff, but they don't always attack with them, or they don't always kill you. So, you know. Alright, he uses Book of Moon on Felgrand. Uh-oh. Oh, hilarious. Now, I wonder if this card right here is a breakthrough skill, because we saw that in game 1 from Matt the Wild, which would basically be like a third Felgrand. Okay, so he negates, because he doesn't. Oh, here comes Judgment Dragon. And you just know he's going to activate his effect. Is that breakthrough skill or not? Again, if it's breakthrough skill, I'm not going to be shocked, so I'm not going to go super hyped. But if it isn't... And I agree, Matt the Wild, you're taking too long with your plays. If this was a regional, you would have already been warned for slow play. So, Judgment Dragon has already activated his effect. By the way, Judgment Dragon can activate twice, so he can get rid of Draco Sack too. It's just a question of... He activates Needlebug's Nest, I guess looking for Necro Gardener. Well, he gets a Wolf. So, that's cool, I guess. Okay, Wolf comes out in defense mode. And, yeah, Wolf dies also. Dracosec dies. I guess I never realized that you can use, what's it called? That you can use Honest on Felgrand. Yeah, I never really thought about that. Okay, so he banishes both of his equipped Wyverns for Redox in attack mode. And then he gets his Judgment Dragon and his Light Ray Diablos. Man, you talk about turning the motherfucking tables, son. That would be crazy, though. If Matt the Wild has Honest, I will fucking flip out. I will flip the fuck out if he has a fucking, what's it called? Now, he hasn't actually used his normal summon, but it doesn't seem to matter. It looks like he's just going into battle phase. It'd be crazy if 5DS had Honest, and he was like, oh, it's not enough damage. We'll see about that, motherfucker. Honest. Okay. So, I mean, Felgrand will die. He'll eat 200 attack, obviously. If there's no Honest or there's no damage calculation plays from either player. Now, obviously, Matt the Wild is trying to bullshit like he has Honest. You wouldn't have talked about how it wasn't enough damage if you had Honest. You would have just... Oh, shit! Shut the front door! Holy be-Jesus! Wow! Yeah, Matt the Wild, you don't gain anything from Honest because you're obviously a fucking pro. Oh my god! They both had Honest, but unfortunately, Matt the Wild, your monster is unaffected by Honest attack gain. I learned that way. I've had to learn that the hard way playing Dujins. If somebody uses motherfucking Felgrand on your Yamato, do not Honest it. It won't gain any attack. Wow. Oh, Matt the Wild is salty as fuck. Oh my god. He's salty as fuck. This match is so going on YouTube today. Oh my god. You talk about double Fiend comedian 14 milling. Oh my god. Oh, 5Ds is talking mad shit, son. Not enough damage. Oh my god. Talk that shit. Oh. This is one of those matches where it's like, it's really awesome, but only 12 people get to see it. And that's why I like doing DN commentaries. You get to see some of the most hype shit that you would never get to see otherwise. Because after this match is played, you know, it's like, it's gone forever. You can never recreate it unless you happen to record it. You know what I mean? So, we're going into game 3. And we're going to see what's going to happen. Oh, goodness. And man, tempers are flaring. These guys, clearly, there is no love lost between both of these players. I do like how Matt the Wild tried to Honest a Felgrand that he had used the effect on. Because, you know, it totally is unaffected by any effects. That would include Honest. So basically, it was on an island and, you know, it had to survive by itself. I mean, he couldn't use anything to aid it or whatever. So, yep, they're still going at it, and 5D says, "Hey, I had 7,600 damage, you idiot." And he says, "Now he's like, you're salty," and Matt the Wild's like, "You sacked me." It's a hilarious match. I swear to goodness. All right, so once again, I can't tell technically who's going first. I guess I could have looked at the the little rock, paper, scissors thing. It looks like Matt the Wild's going first. Alright, he plays upstart. Double upstart. Those upstarts might be the fucking death of him because, you know, those are what's kind of causing him not to be able to OTK. Alright, he mills 2 soul charges and a wolf. I guess he'll take that. He's not using soul charge this game, but he gets a free plus out of it, so. And this is what I say, going second in Lightsworn, it's really not that bad in the mirror match, because granted your opponent went plus, you know, 1 or whatever with the wolf. They get a card trooper that's a floater, but it's like, they didn't really do anything, you know what I mean? I'll gladly go second. Plus, I get to attack, so if I go, like, if I just get the absolute nuts, then I can, like, OTK you, and you can't attack, so, you know, there's that. So, 5Ds is thinking. Obviously, he won't be using Fiend Comedian yet, because Matt the Wild only has 4 cards. I guess Fiend Comedian is one of those cards where you want to use it like maybe turn 2, turn 3 or something like that. Alright, so he's going to summon Curry Bandit. He's going to attack Trooper. There will be no Honesses in this exchange. He's going to set 1. He's going to activate Curry Bandit's effect. Alright, so it's either Soul Charge or Needlebug's Nest. I'll probably take Soul Charge. Just because Needlebug's Nest, I don't know how good that's going to be. It's like you got to set it and wait. I mean, if I'm playing 3 Necro Gardeners, then I might take Needlebug's Nest. If not, then I'll probably take Soul Charge. Alright, Wolf is still on board. Matt the Wild has 7 cards now. I'm including Wolf when I say 7 cards. Down comes Lila. I would attack first, and I would not use that effect. Looks like he's going to attack with both. Okay. He's going to activate the effect. I believe that that's probably Fiend Comedian. And it is. He calls Tails. It is Tails. So Matt the Wild loses his entire graveyard. Not that there was anything in there that was important. The only monster in there was Card Trooper. I think that 5Ds would have much rather had milled 5. Because, I mean, if he mills 5, that's basically the equivalent of Needlebug's Nest. And it looks like he's going to try and attack 5Ds' graveyard now with Rhapsody. Banishing both Luminous. And he knows that he has Soul Charge, so, you know, why not attack the graveyard? Why not try and, you know, try and set up for or try and remove some of your opponent's options if you know that you can't get them under a comfortable level with Soul Charge. Neither player really has an established graveyard. Matt the Wild only has 2 names in his graveyard. 5Ds, not sure what he has. Okay, so he's going to summon Black Dragon by banishing Judgment Dragon. And then he's going to go for Lila. He looks like he's going to go for an Exceed here. I was thinking Lavalva Chain, and that's what he's going to get. Okay, so Lavalva Chain is going to probably send to the graveyard. He might send like an Equipped Wyvern or something like that. He's thinking about what he wants to do here. Again, both players really don't have any names. I kind of wonder why nobody sides Threatening Roar in the mirror match. It seems like it'd be a really good card. I mean, I guess because of Judgment Dragon and Michael and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. I just think Threatening Roar is like really good. Cool. Okay, so he sends Minerva, who should mill another card. And she mills a Raiden, so that was a good mill for him. I mean, damn, he got he got the extra names that he needed for real. And 5D seems pretty satisfied with what he got. He's getting his names on. The thing is, he did already commit his normal summon, so I wonder if he'll just be content on attacking and then just passing turn, or if he might activate the Soul Charge. If he does activate Soul Charge, again, he's putting himself somewhat in the danger zone. Now, the thing that you have to remember is we did see that Matt the Wild plays DD Crow, so that is potentially something that he could throw down. You see that he's going to Soul Charge, and I imagine he's going to... Matt the Wild's probably going to wait for the targets to see if he wants to respond. If he is going to respond, I would say the most likely card I could see him potentially using would be DD Crow. I mean, we haven't seen either player use Effect Veiler or Maxi. Alright, so it looks like he's going for Raiden. He's going for Raiden. Maybe Minerva, because then he could make Michael. Michael seems like it would be a really good card here. Okay, so he's going to get Lila. Lila and Michael. He mills 2. One of the greatest mills. A Judgment Dragon and a Diablos. Yeah, not the greatest mills. Those are cards that you definitely want in the deck. He sets 1, and I guess he just wants to end phase mill. Lila, Raiden, which is what he has on board. Soul Charge, he probably doesn't want that anymore. Maxi, Fiend Comedian. I think he really wanted a Necro Gardener. 42 life points with your opponent having 6 in hand. I don't know, that makes me feel a little uneasy, because mainly just because of what's it called? Mainly just because of something like, I don't know, Solar Recharge or Charge. Your opponent can load up their graveyard fairly easy. Alright, so Matt the Wild throws down Lumina. I imagine he's going to go Lumina. Probably get Lila, pop the back row. Ooh, man, this could be bad. Out comes Eclipse Wyvern. That gets discarded for Lila. Wyvern is probably going to banish a Judgment Dragon. And again, the two Luminas can easily make a Leviair. So, you know, Leviair can get back some stuff that's been banished. And you see through both players a banish zone, there's been a significant amount of banishing. Okay, so he chooses Light Ray Diablos instead. He activates Lila's effect. Is that Fiend Comedian? I hope it isn't. Okay, it's Needlebug's Nest. Blaster, Eclipse Wyvern, a bunch of spells. I'm not quite sure that 5D is going to survive this turn. Unless he just, you know, has like a Rainbow Karibo in his hand, but we haven't seen Rainbow Karibo from either player. So Matt the Wild, I'm expecting a Leviair play, because again, he can equip Rhapsody to that, what's it called? He can equip Rhapsody to the Leviair, or to any XC that he makes. Okay, out comes Card Trooper, who mills 3. Tempest, Lumina, and Judgment Dragon were the 3. So I believe Tempest is already live. Well, Tempest might not be live. I know that he can banish the Judgment Dragon, obviously. I think it would depend on what he has in his hand also. If the Leviair dies, then obviously... No, wait, yeah, he had Eclipse Wyvern, I'm sorry. Tempest was live. Okay. So he gets the Light Ray Diablos. He plays 7 Sword on Diablos to draw 2. He might be trying to dig for like an Honest or a Mind Control or something like that. Looks like he's going to activate Rhapsody's effect, which again, not just does it power up his Leviair, but he can still, it gives him another like spot to summon too. That's the good thing. In case he has another way of summoning a monster like a Judgment Dragon or something else. Okay, so I mean, he has some power on his board. He has a 2800, I believe a 2800 Leviair, because you get, no, I'm sorry, you get 1200 attack, so that's actually 3k from Leviair. Card Trooper is 19, I believe. Okay, so he uses Leviair's attack on the one monster that obviously he can't Honest. And Card Trooper takes down Raiden. 200. Can't game him though. Can't game him. I imagine Tempest is going to attack Lila. I mean, I would. That's 700. Again, he can use Judgment Dragon twice, so keep that in mind if 5Ds happens to rip Judgment Dragon. Now, Matt the Wild sets a card, and he goes to the end phase for Lila. I believe that was Soul Release, Blaster, and DD Crow. Now again, we have not seen the breakthrough skill. I mean, we saw it in game 1, but then we haven't seen it from Matt the Wild since. I mean, he hasn't even milled it. I wonder if he just sided them out. Alright, so it's 5D's turn now. Is he going for Blaster? I guess so, because he banished Lavabo Chain and Equips Wyvern. So he gets himself a Light Ray Diablos, which Light Ray Diablos can actually spin that card back anyway. Whatever he does here, it needs to be big. It needs to potentially end this game. So what is he going to do? Man, Card Trooper is cheap as hell now. Okay, so he removes a Max C, maybe both Max Cs. Alright, for Redox, I guess. Yep. Here comes Redox. He's going for Big Eye. Alright, so he's going to take Levier. And it's probably going to activate that effect too. I wonder if Illumina has been banished yet. Oh shit, there's Illumina. That was... Oh lord. Illumina banishes, or Illumina pitches Aaron. We could be seeing a Michael here. Okay, here comes Raiden. Damn, that was a rip. I wonder if he has any targets left. If he has a target left, that was a fucking rip of all rips. Him hitting Necro Gardener was really good though. But I guess he doesn't have any targets left. Matt the Wild may have just gotten saved by the fact that I don't think he has any targets. Okay. No, okay, that's Matt the Wild saying it. Yeah, he doesn't have any targets, obviously. Okay, looks like he has to reveal the deck, which I would have no problem with. This duel is going to be decided within the next 2 turns. Okay, looks like he's going to go for a level 7 Synchro. And again, I think that it's going to be Michael. Because Michael can just banish something and still attack during that turn. Okay, so 5Ds is looking at his extra deck as far as what he wants to do. Oh, Arcanite Magician. Huh, I totally forgot about you. And yo sweet ass. Okay, down goes Lila. Down goes Tempest, maybe? Now, 5Ds right now, he's playing as I would play. He's totally ignoring the back row. Because I would too. I don't give a fuck. If it was breakthrough skill, I'm probably going to lose anyway. Okay, so he gets rid of Tempest. And... man, that Luna being banished, how huge was that? He snatched stole the Levier and was like, I'll activate that effect. Now, 5D says that he's going to win this turn. I'm not sure. He plays Light Ray Diablos. I mean, maybe he's going to activate the effect. I believe you just target a back row card, a set card, right? Okay, so it's Royal Decree, which... why would you side... oh, there it is. Motherfucking Judgment Dragon. That should be enough damage on board to just KO him. Light Ray Diablos attacks. Unless he has Rainbow Karibo. Light Ray Diablos. This was a game filled with salts and comebacks and sacks and just all types of stuff. Although, you know what, technically it's not over yet. We still have to see what's going to happen. Levier is going to attack for, what, 3K? Yeah, Levier's 3,000 attack. That's unfortunate. I mean, you put so much into your Levier only to have it basically get snatched, stealed, and then work against you. Because, oh man, Matt the Wild, how does that salt taste, bro? How does that salt taste? thank you guys for watching as always. If you thought that Matt the Wild was salty, give this video a big thumbs up. If you enjoy my channel, please consider subscribing. Check out my Kickstarter. Help me produce quality videos like this, except the audio will be way, way better when I get that new microphone. Thank you guys for watching as always.